So if you don't know what Roblox is, I'm going to assume your childhood was being locked in a tower with no internet, no devices, and no human contact. In other words, you had a better childhood than most children nowadays. But Roblox is a titan in the gaming industry. People just really don't want to admit it. I mean, you look at most Quadra A now, games that have just been released to the public, and it's probably safe to assume a child with an iPad with basic coding knowledge could probably make something better in Roblox. But not only has it got good games, it's got a lot of concurrent players, with 70 million people playing it daily. Most AAA games nowadays are not even close to that. Roblox is that guy, and fucking everyone else is just a side character apparently. But it also dominates on YouTube and TikTok, and most of the reason it does this is because a majority of the player base is kids. And the game is accessible from phone, tablet, PC, console, Nintendo Switch probably, as long as there aren't more than 2 polygons on the screen, but that thing's going to be running at 30 FPS anyway. But for these not yet mature sperm cells, who have the attention span of a goldfish and probably the worst ever in history, this is pixelated serotonin for them, and kind of like a monkey bomb on zombies, all the kids just crowd around it. There is probably not a baby that is fresh out the womb that hasn't heard of Roblox or even played it yet. But as always, the internet never fails to disappoint, because who knew where having an epicenter where a majority of the kids are would bring about the worst of events. And I'm not talking about 20 million annoying kids crammed into one server. Believe me, I think that would be like launching a daycare for the audibly inconsiderate, if I even did want to step foot into that community. But no, I'm more talking about the problems that would occur from all of these naive children being on a platform anyone can access. But believe me, there are a lot of problems, even to the point where news channels have started picking up on it. But first, what is Roblox? Roblox is a platform that is accessible from your phone to PC and every device in between. It is a platform for playing community-made games, like Total Roblox Drama and Bitcoin Miner. I honestly hope when they play that game it actually turns like their graphics card or like CPU into a Bitcoin miner. That would actually be impressive. But it's a platform where you can play community-made games and create your own. And if you create your own and it gets popular, you have the potential to make money from it. And some of the games made are really impressive. You have one called Recoil that doesn't even look like it's Roblox anymore. But back when I used to play the game, yes, many winters ago, it was very basic, and I had like one game I loved, which was one team at one end, one at another, and had some barely functioning weapons and vehicles. Looking back at old Roblox when I used to play it compared to now, it's kind of like looking at an old picture of yourself and asking, who is that ugly dumbass? It's around about the same reaction, and I think if I was still a kid now and I played Roblox now, I would be blown out the water. But on Roblox you also have your own avatar, which you can deck out just by dipping into your mommy's credit card, if you have one, and acquiring Robux, which is the currency of the game. And for some reason, just like the stock market, these items can go up and down in value. Think of it like the Steam marketplace, just inflated with children. And this can also be an opportunity for people to make money who make these items. And the most expensive item being 50,000 Robux, which is around $625. So the person who made that is probably cashing out the same amount as your paycheck every month, probably every day. But that basically is Roblox. And some of the things I've mentioned, like the player base, the games, the marketplace, are catalysts for most of the problems. Our first problem is the platform itself, because the majority of the time the game is populated by kids, and even some adults. The ratio is probably like 4-1, maybe 8-1. But a platform populated by both kids and adults can lead to some nefarious activities. And this is far from the first time for Roblox. And before I begin, this is not me telling you as soon as you launch Roblox you are going to be abducted, thrown into the back of the van, and never seen by your parents or anyone you know again. This is in no way a common occurrence on Roblox, but it is still a prominent problem. Because children either get manipulated by these older people to do things they shouldn't, most of the time with the incentive like, oh, adults do this, don't you want to do this? And for some reason children, I was probably one of these, want to take a shortcut to adulthood for some reason. Believe me kids, you do not want to take the shortcut to adulthood. Enjoy your afternoon naps where you can actually enjoy them and wake up not knowing what day, year or even who you are. Because the nap was that good, you now have Nordic runes from your mattress on your skin. I would actually pay for those naps, they happen once in a blue moon. But the other way these people manipulate these children is acting like, you know, they're their age and they can relate to them. and unfortunately some Roblox YouTubers have been known to partake in this crime, such as Mr. Obvious, who was a YouTuber, who was allegedly in contact with a 15-year-old when he was 22, and he sent disturbing videos to this minor. And because he had such an influence in the Roblox community, he unfortunately could communicate with children that were just messaging him to say they enjoyed his videos. And there were a plethora of victims. And when these victims spoke out about what he did, he publicly shamed them on his platform. But unfortunately, these people don't have to have a big YouTube channel to do this. They can just join some of the NSFW games on Roblox. Yes, there are NSFW games on a kids game. Yes, they try and moderate and retake these down, but people just keep releasing them. And I'm talking about games where they influence the children to do text RP or sometimes voice RP. Obviously with explicit context with another person. And there are even some games where you can see block-on-block action, or just have a character with, I don't know, triple double Ds. And unfortunately, some children are actively seeking out these games. Because once again, these kids are very curious and people will take advantage of that. But not only that, we also have YouTubers and TikTokers advertising topics such as dating, which apparently breaks the Roblox terms of service, but even they are doing it. And these YouTubers know what they are doing because kids are generally curious about this information, so they will actively seek it out and watch these videos. And more views means they're going to make more of those videos. Meaning it is a fair assumption to make that kids are going to actively seek out dating on Roblox because they've seen it in these videos. And once again, this is a kids platform. I don't think kids should be worrying about those topics yet, because it opens the door for these predators to take advantage of these children. But a lot of these YouTubers and TikTokers will go to voice-activated worlds where you can speak to other people.
You know what? Heather, we're done.
We're not done. Daddy isn't done speaking. You will come back here.
David Birmingham, if you want the fucking brawl, come down to Snevic, ask for Danny G. I'll come out of my house and I'll break your fucking legs, you little prick.
And you only have to be 13 and have a verified account to access these worlds. So how does Roblox dating work? Well, if the person you're talking to isn't 34-year-old and you're 10, I assume you go to one of these voice chat worlds and talk about which flavour of crayon you like the most. Mine is personally the orange one because obviously it tastes like orange, not wax at all. Well, my assumption is completely wrong because of these YouTube videos and TikToks. Kids are just going to these voice chat worlds actively seeking out relationships because these kids have seen it in a video that heavily influences it, once again on a kid's platform, and they actively seek it out. But once again, not all kids are doing this. It is a small percentage. Most of them are just screaming down the mic, or yelling profanities with a bass-boosted microphone. And Roblox have announced the development of a dating app, which is 17+. I don't know why it isn't 18+, but apparently it's 17+. And my general opinion of that is just make a different platform altogether. Do not put that in Roblox. But speaking about Roblox in general, let's speak about the moderation. And it's pretty bad. Not only have they broke their own TOS by uploading TikTok videos of dating, which is not allowed on the website, they are also notoriously slow to ban people that need to be banned. Just like the case with Mr. Obvious, which took 4 years for him to finally get banned. And even trying to sue a YouTuber that was trying to do good for the platform by pointing out double standards and the flaws with the platform. And even some problems with people that were hired by Roblox, who were a part of a children's game and posting nude pictures of themselves. But not only is the moderation bad, the money's pretty bad as well. So since Roblox is a platform that really relies on these people creating games to keep coming back and to keep relevant and to keep making money, you would assume they would pay creators pretty well to keep on the platform. No, they really don't. They kind of treat you like you're homeless and you're begging for change just to survive, and they've got a crisp $20 note in their pocket, but instead they dip into their other pocket and give you the pennies, or even worse, a McDonald's fillet of fish, because they didn't think you deserve it. Or apparently they pay you 20 to 30% of the total profit of Robux. And then you have to pay them tax for the marketplace fee. But that is only for game passes, clothing items and developer products. But even if you're a kid and you have this great idea for a game, and like every kid, you want to monetize that idea, get a bit of moolah. Well, you have to pay to get paid. You have to be a Roblox Premium member to monetize your game. So if you're dead broke, you're going to stay dead broke is what I'm trying to say. But Roblox Premium is $5 a month, which some may argue that isn't a lot, so you can start earning, but not all kids can pay $60 a year. But Roblox is still a good platform for kids to play on. Yes, maybe they shouldn't be spending all their time on it, and they probably shouldn't be going into the voice chat worlds, definitely. But it's still a great place for kids to want to create their own game and probably develop some skills creating their own game. And a lot of other games face the same issues I've already mentioned, just like VR chat, which was mainly an adult game invaded by children, but in this situation, it's the other way around. Roblox is definitely bittersweet, with the bitter being radioactive waste being poured directly into your stomach. But it is still a good platform if all you do is just want to play the games. But anyway, this was on my list to talk about. Make sure to definitely check out Visual Ventures' video he did on this. It goes way more into depth than this video ever could. But yeah, that is basically Roblox and the problems with it. And you know the problem I'm having right now? Every time I say like and subscribe, the buttons do not light up like they do for everyone else. And as I said in my last video, I think it's because of my thick British accent, which isn't thick at all, and I think YouTube are just racist, you know? But anyway, my bitching to the side, bye-bye.